You're watching UnrealEntGaming. This is Gohan from Dragon Ball Z. You want to see me turn Super Saiyan? Or should I take it to the next level? I'm also the narrator, too. Next time on Dragon Ball Z, make sure and smash subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
With the original Myrno now having to call for the Great Merger, as of course the time approaches for Myrno now to enter and battle against the Multiverse, as seen on the previous manga chapter video, with the clone Myrno now having to return to the original and having to fail in his attempts of killing Vegeta, the question going forward is what exactly does the original Myrno now have in store for our heroes, and is it possible now for our heroes to come up with a suitable enough plan to be able to stop Myrno now that his power is restored? Or is Myrno finally going to fulfill and achieve his ultimate goal in having to wipe out and destroy the totality of the entire multiverse as we know it? As once more before we begin, if you are new to this channel and have a love and passion for all things Dragon Ball and anime related, then be sure to smash that subscribe button on this channel and turn on all notifications to never miss a single upload, along with giving this video a big thumbs up by slapping that like button down below if you guys love Dragon Ball and anime, as well as checking out the official Dragon Ball fan mangas playlist located down in the description box below, to where on that playlist you guys will be able to find all the latest and best Dragon Ball fan mangas created by the community for the community. So be sure to head on down below, check out the official Dragon Ball fan mangas playlist for all the best and latest videos on Dragon Ball fan mangas. As we kick off the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of Merno vs. Universe 7 manga chapter finale, with Whis shown having to stare directly up at the sky and knowing the fact that the battle between Myrno and Vegeta had concluded, Whis then went along to utter, "The battle has ended. Myrno has vanished." And I also sense Vegeta's power dropping off significantly as well. I'm not sure if Vegeta had finished him for good or not. If what my brother had said is true and there is indeed more to him than what we are led to know, then this may prove to be more troublesome than expected. This is not good, and with Beerus and Goku doing the same thing, Goku went along to chime in by commenting, "If we couldn't destroy him and Vegeta wasn't able to get the job either, then what other option is there at this point? It seems as though each time we destroy one, another one just shows up and takes over where the other left off." As Beerus responds, "Speak for yourself then, Saiyan. There's always a way, no matter the odds, and I don't expect you to be holding back against him the next time we encounter him here either. Who knows what he's up to, so do not jeopardize this operation with your stupidity or you'll pay." With Goku then asking, "What do you mean, Lord Beerus? How would I be the one to ruin this?" As Beerus went along to point at Goku and responding, "Because you're the one who always wants to let the enemy live despite the circumstances faced. You will do as you're told, and if it comes to it, finish what has already been started without holding anything back or helping them gain any sort of momentum. Got it? Do not make me warn you about this again, or I'll erase you for good." As Goku responds, okay, take it easy, Lord Beerus. I promise I won't do anything to allow him to get ahead of us. You have my word." "You better not," says Beerus, as Whis went along to chime in, "Now's not the time to be bickering, you two. Our guests have arrived." And indeed they have, as both Vegeta and the Grand Priest have finally made their way back onto Beerus' planet. The Grand Priest went along to announce to everyone, "As I expected, you are all still here. Greetings," with Beerus responding, "Grand Minister, you're here." With Goku then having to chime in, "Yo, welcome back, Mr. Grand Priest. Hey Vegeta, you look different. You're definitely stronger than before." And with Whis having to be shown bowing, he then comments, "Welcome back, Grand Minister. It is a pleasure to see you here again with us." With Beerus also doing the same thing, he then comments, "Welcome back to my planet, Grand Minister, sir." But Goku seems to have a lack of respect as he went along to point at Vegeta and commenting, "Alright, spill the beans, Vegeta. How strong did you really get? I felt your power from all the way over here. Just what exactly did you do to get this powerful? And with Beerus having to grab onto Goku's head, he then forced Goku in bowing and having to tell him, why must you always be this stupid? You idiots! Bow your head before the Grand Priest and show some respect. As the Grand Priest chimes in, although I appreciate the warm welcome, now's not the best time for formalities in this situation. With Vegeta having to respond, he lives, Kakarot. He's been using us this entire time. Before I could finish him off, he vanished, assumingly back to his original body. So he lives. With Whis then commenting, despite the outcome, Vegeta, you have indeed exceeded your previous limitations tenfold. And with Goku putting this into question, he then went along to ask, yeah, you did. So that power of yours, what exactly was it? It felt like God Ki, but different. Did you discover something beyond our blue forms? Outside of our evolved forms in Kaioken, I really couldn't think of anything that would go beyond that besides Ultra Instinct, so was that what it was that you have achieved? With Vegeta responding, it was an Ultra Instinct. It was a level combined with the God Ki of Super Saiyan Blue after I had transformed into a golden great ape. It felt as though I had ascended similar to Super Saiyan, but this power was raw and imperfected. But it was enough to give him the wake-up call he deserved, until he escaped me. This power comes from our people, and I call it Primal Super Saiyan Blue. And with Goku taken back, he then responds, wait, hold on, you transformed into a great ape and was able to control and combine it with Super Saiyan Blue? Unbelievable. As the Grand Priest went along to then tell Whis, he has been siphoning power to fuel his original body this entire time. As it stands, the entire multiverse is now threatened. Actions from all of the gods of destruction and their angels must be taken. I'm afraid this may become more difficult to handle than previously assumed. You too, says Beerus, as he then proceeds to walk up to both Goku and Vegeta. Beerus then continues, listen to what I'm about to tell you. In case of a dire outcome involving this so-called original Myrno, if I were to fall, do not help me. A god has no desire to be saved by mortals in a time of battle. But be that as it may, for the sake of the multiverse, you will set everything aside and work together in this cause to stop what's coming. I don't care what your history with each other is, disobey our orders and you will never live to see another day again. Just like you did during the Tournament of Power, you will both set everything aside for this. Am I understood by the two of you? Especially you, Vegeta. I don't care how much you cannot stand Goku. You will do what you must to work alongside him to make sure that Myrno is destroyed once and for all. Failure to do so will be met by the destruction of you both. Do I make myself clear? Yes, sir, says Vegeta. Alright, as the Grand Priest then went along to acknowledge everyone, in order to rid this problem for good, I require you all to be on the same page. Before I take my leave to inform the Omni Kings about the situation, I will attend to make sure this universe is taken care of. As he then went along to spawn a staff and continuing, beginning with this. I believe this belongs to you, Whis. As the Grand Priest then went along to hand over the staff, he then continues, your previous staff was destroyed and spawning a new one only temporarily helped you. Take this. Worry not about the laws of the angels. We shall discuss this at a later time. And as the Grand Priest continues and then having to spawn what seemingly looks like an observational sphere in looking into the other universes, the Grand Priest then continues, as it currently stands, Universe 11 is the second among the 12 to be affected by Myrno's presence. Many worlds have seemed to have been destroyed as a result of this conflict. And with Whis doing the same thing on his scepter, he then also went along to chime in, it would also appear that he was there within the 6th and 9th as well. He's been scavenging, as Beerus chimes in, so he's been collecting power is what you're saying, correct, Whis? With Goku responding, and if he's been scavenging for more power, then that will just mean he's going to be even stronger than he was before. Never had there been a time where such action was required, says the Grand Priest, but I need you all to listen very closely to what needs to be done. No matter the odds, you will do what will be needed in order to protect this universe. I shall lift the laws of the angels in order to allow for their assistance in this fight. And with everyone standing around, the Grand Priest then continues, you four will be tasked with defending this universe by any means. As I make my call to the Omni Kings to allow for my actions, each universe will do what they must to defend their worlds and destroy Myrno. Hold nothing back, for the fate of everything depends on it. But even as we then make our way back into the Dark Dimension and having to observe the original Myrno speak to his clone, he then went along to further glare at him by responding, "There will be no room for defective spirits within my mighty vessel. Your purpose has been served." As the original had then proceeded to glare at the clone and having to break his neck right on the spot, he then further proceeded to stick out his finger and responding, "I will not tolerate your defiance any longer, clone." And without even breaking a sweat, what the original then does is after he went along to point at the clone and having to blast them into pieces, the original then went along to comment, "The hour of punishment has dawned. I've waited generations to seize this moment. I call for the pieces of my spirit to return to me. The great merger has finally arrived." And with portals having to be shown opening all throughout the Dark Dimension, the original then continues, "I call for my clones to return to me from the universes in which you have invaded, for the power you have collected, for the knowledge you have obtained. It will now all be one. We will now become one. One mind, one body, one ultimate power, beyond my former glory." And with the original having to be shown extending his hands, we then see in the background how there are dozens and dozens of Myrno clones having to be shown standing there. The original then went on to continue, "This body and this power will become the ultimate weapon of destruction. As it once was before my exile, we will rip the gods away from their thrones and at last destroy both the Grand Priest and the Omni Kings for what they've done. Now as I call on you all, the time has come. Merge with me now." And as all of the clones are shown having to descend right into the original then is powered by the knowledge, the energy, and all of the experience collected all throughout all 12 universes, as the original then went on to utter, "Yes, yes, this power shall become my ultimate weapon. I could never fall. With this power, body, and knowledge, I could never be defeated. I am complete." And as soon as Myrno then is shown having to power up in such a way, with all of these clones having to descend within him, the merger of all of the Myrnos is now complete, with a massive burst of energy having to be shown within the Dark Dimension. It is only then that we finally get to see how the original Myrno is now complete in all his glory, as he went along to then comment, "My former glory has been surpassed. I am whole." And as Myrno's hands then begin to glow as he goes on ahead to put them together, Myrno then continues, "And now to begin the slaughtering of the souls within the multiverse. This will be the first." And as soon as then we get to see how once Myrno put his hands together, he then immediately went along ahead to literally tear a hole in space-time. As he further went along to stare back out at one of the universes, Myrno then comments, "My wrath shall be echoed, and your blood will be spilled." And so it starts. I wonder which universe I've managed to cross into. No matter the number, I will make an example with their screams. You all had this coming, and as soon as Myrno is then shown having to step through, he then utters, "Let's proceed." As the portal then goes on to close behind him, Beerus, Goku, Whis, the Grand Priest, everyone then is absolutely at awe in the fact that they're able to detect something within the present multiverse right now, something that seems to have garnered their attention. As Whis then begins to shake, he then utters, What horrifying power! How could he have acquired this much energy? He wasn't bluffing when he said he was preparing." As the Grand Priest responds, "He's arrived. But he is not in this universe just yet. He has traveled to another one of the 12. And so it has come to this. And so it shall begin." As only then, the manga chapter special then comes to a close. Now, this is it. The original Myrno is now finally here. His great merger is now finally complete. And with Myrno now setting his sights in wanting to annihilate the entire multiverse, the question is, what universe did he enter first, being the fact that he's not in the 7th? And number 2, what exactly can our heroes do now to stop him if he was so casually able to destroy one of the other Myrno clones simply by having to glare at him? So this now concludes the story of the clone Myrno having to invade and battle against Universe 7, as we are now going to be entering new territory and new uncharted areas, beginning with Myrno versus Universe 11, and then later on with Myrno versus Universe 6, all happening simultaneously because for those watching to gain a better understanding as to what Myrno was doing in Universe 11, Universe 6, Universe 4, and other universes such as those, we need to find out and take a good look at his influence and overall effectiveness on what he did to get what he needed to bring back to the original. So we of course are going to have another massive like goal on this video, which of course if we are able to smash out 10,000 likes on this video, then not only am I going to begin Myrno versus Universe 11 next, but at the same time, I'm going to be giving you guys side stories of Myrno invading different timelines, different dimensions, and all throughout the month, you guys are going to see stories such as Myrno versus Goku Black and Myrno versus Dragon Ball GT. We're going to see the clone Myrnos affect space and time in having to invade different eras and having to invade different time periods and fighting against our heroes, all for the sole purpose of gaining as much knowledge as he could from said fighters, gaining as much power as he can, and thus having to bring that back to the original, as of course the final story of Myrno versus the Multiverse is going to take place at some point during 2021, so of course we're going to be building up and leading up until that point because we're going to be seeing what Myrno had been doing with Jiren, Toppo, Kefla, Hit, and so many other fighters and so many other places to where it's all going to culminate to the original Myrno having to face off against the entire multiverse. So in the comment section below, I want to know what you guys want to see going forward, not only from the clone story, but also from the original story as well, because thus far we've seen everything that's went down in Universe 7, so now we're going to be taking a look at what exactly went down in Universe 11, Universe 6, and said places, all of course for it to build up and lead to this very moment in time, to where the original is now going to face off against everybody. So once again, thank you all so much for watching, thank you all so much for your time. If of course you guys are new to the channel, then I do encourage you guys to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications, as well as giving this video a big thumbs up by slapping that like button down below. And if you guys have missed out on the previous Myrno videos, then you guys can find that official playlist along with the videos located down in the description box below for you guys to go on ahead and check out. Thank you all so much for your continued support. Thank you all so much for your time. Tune back in for more. We are only now just beginning to get started, and I can't wait to show you guys what we got planned going forward next. So again, thank you all so much, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. Have a great day, everybody, and take care. Peace. And a quick little reminder before you guys go, if you guys are unaware, I do have a second gaming channel located down in the description box below, so be sure to head on over to Unreal Royale and hit that subscribe button along with turning on all notifications, as to there, you guys will find all different kinds of gaming content that you will not get to find on UnrealEntGaming, titles and video games such as Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, Gears of War, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, Dragon Ball Z Legends, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, Minecraft, Blair Witch, and many other retro games on that channel. So if you guys are into gaming, then make sure you guys subscribe over on Unreal Royale. I want to thank you all so much for your time, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe, and of course I'm here to tell you to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
Also follow UnrealEntGaming on these social media platforms to stay connected at all times. And if you don't, then very soon you will all be dead! Oh, did someone say UnrealEntGaming? Oh my god.
The fuck, Zarbon? Put on some clothes!
Well, why don't you put on any clothes?
What? I don't need clothes. Jesus Christ, that's huge! What, Broly?
Freezer.
Uh-oh.
Prepare to die!
But once you get video, lots of likes, or Bill will turn you into chocolate! Vados, get over here! Tell these mortals that I'm the biggest UnrealEntGaming fan. This is my moment. I'm a part of his notification squad. Universe 7 can have all the fun. I just want the food.
And don't forget to leave a comment on this video. Show some love for the best community on YouTube.